everybody, it's Lynn, the Go Live Granny here, and it's Wednesday the 5th of March, and I've just got back from going into Ryde. So I went down to Ryde earlier in the day, and I did some bits and pieces around the town, and then I went into the wool shop to buy some wool from Isle of Wool. And yes, please don't ask, I have a house full of wool, but I needed 2 more balls of wool. I met up with Jan in there as well and bought some wool for Jan for a project that I'm going to be doing. And then I went to get my nice new varifocal glasses. That's why they're up the top of my nose now, rather than down here like I used to do this. But now I can wear them up there, and I can look over there and see very well, and I can look down there and see very well. So varifocals. I hope I like them. They seem to be so far so good. Anyway, while I was in town, I went into Hearst. You know, we're always told to try Hearst first. Hearst is a wonderful store that sells all sorts of it's your old-fashioned hardware store. So they do screws and nuts and garden things and all sorts of things. And then they do cookery items, and they do air fryers and all sorts of wonderful things. It's a treasure trove in there. But they've just announced for March and April and May, I think it is, 10% off discount for us oldies, seniors. I can't resist a bargain. And I wanted some new rubber gloves because I've got a hole in my rubber gloves, so that's not a lot of good when you're trying to do the washing up and you don't want to get your hands wet. So I did try Hearst first, and I bought myself some marigold gloves. But that's not all I bought. That's what I went in for, but that's not all I bought. Can you believe it? So one of the little things I bought is a little purple, this is a credit card holder or loyalty card holder. I've got so many of those bits and pieces, and my other credit card holder thing like this is full. So I thought, right, let's get a new one for the overspill. And look, it matches my nails, and it matches tones in with my coat. Now there's a surprise. So that was one thing I bought. Now what else did I buy? Oh yes, so I'm sitting on my stair lift, and up down, there's my front door down there, look, and up here were lots of cobwebs. There might still be some. So I bought myself one of these things, you know, a long reacher. It's an easy reach dusting wand. I had one, but the one I had was ridiculous because, well, look, you can see I've been dusting with it. It's got some dust on it already. I haven't even taken my coat off, but I was dusting while I was on the stair lift because I could. And so the one I've got has a metal bit at the top. And when you go to dust, instead of using the nice fluffy bit, it was scratching the wall with the metal bit instead of taking the dust off with the fluffy bit. So I bought this, and I was in debate as to whether to buy the easy reach dusting wand or the extra long one. And I went not for the extra long one. And oh my goodness, I should have gone for the extra long one. I think I like this one because this one looked like you just pull the handle down, the extra bit, look like that. You just pull it out. But I think the other one, you had to screw another bit on. And I thought that was just one bit too much because, you know, all these things, as you get older, everything becomes more of a challenge. But I can't get right up to this very high bit. So I might have to get a tall person to do my dusting, or maybe have to buy another one. But this will do for now. And I won't look at the cobwebs that are wrapped at the top of the ceiling. I'm not going to climb up a ladder, especially while I'm standing on the stairs. That sounds like a recipe for disaster. So anyway, so I've got my dragon duster. I got my marigold gloves. I got my loyalty card holder. And then I got these, look, 2 little ice blocks. Now, as you know, if you watch me regularly, I travel backwards and forwards to the mainland on a regular basis to see my family. And I always have a food box with me. Now, in the winter, it doesn't matter. But as we might be coming into some nicer weather, I thought I would get... I've never seen dinky... I hadn't seen these dinky little ones, but they were a bargain. I think £1.70, but I was getting my 10% discount off as well, don't forget, you know, being a senior. So I got that, and I got one of these big laundry bags because I have so much toing and froing with stuff, and this is not for my laundry. I don't have enough laundry at any one time to fill that because it's only little me, and I just do a small amount of washing just when I need to. So although they call it a laundry bag, it's not. It might be a wool bag or something like that. So my daughter told me off the other day because my bags didn't zip up. I have bags that I carry to and fro and they didn't zip up. So I bought one of these because it's got zippy. It's a zippy one. And so I will be putting some of my bits and pieces in there to carry to and fro the mainland. So that was another purchase. But bearing in mind, don't forget, I went into Hearst just to buy marigolds. But I came out with lots more, but I'm very happy. And then I got a microwave steamer. I had one of those old-fashioned steamers that, no, sort of an electric, no, it was not that, well, yes, I suppose a bit old-fashioned. It was, you plug it in, and then you stack all the baskets. Very difficult to clean. It was always hard to clean, and I don't have a dishwasher anymore. I do make my own scrubbies and do my washing up myself, which helps, but it was really hard to clean those. And so I'd been trying to put things in a bowl with a plate on the top or whatever. So I invested in a microwave steamer. Neat ideas, but I wasn't quite sure. I could see that it was a dish with a lid, but I wasn't quite sure how it worked. I mean, I know I'd be dangerous with the brain probably, but it's called Neat Ideas Microwave Steamer, and it's got an adjustable vented lid. But so I asked how it worked because it doesn't tell you on the box. There's a scan code on the box. So I got my phone out to scan the code to see, because why was I going to spend my money on this? I needed to know on a need-to-know basis. And the lovely assistant in there said, oh, I can put the screen on there, and there's a screen that tells you, a little TV that tells you how it works, but it had been unplugged. It was nearly closing time, I suppose, or maybe there wasn't anybody needed to know, but I needed to know, so she put it back on for me, which saved me having to scan it. So basically, I couldn't really tell from that, but there's a little bit at the bottom, and you put hot water at the bottom, and then you put the next bit on. So it's made of two bits down, which you can't see. It's got two bits here. You put water in the bottom, then you put that bit on the top, put your vegetables neatly in there, put the lid on, and open the steam vent, and you're good to go. So tonight, I want to have something that I can steam. But first of all, I will give it a good wash, because I always wash these things before I use them. And so I'm not quite sure what I'm having for my tea tonight, but I will find something I can steam. So I paid for all that, and then I wasn't sure. We couldn't tell. I hadn't added it in my head, so I hadn't worked out the discount. And then it didn't show on the till the discount, but actually it had already taken it off. I queried it because I wasn't sure, and I was just going to add it up in my head, but the guy did something and worked it out. And yes, the discount had come off, but it wasn't showing that it had taken the discount off. And you know me, I do like to make sure I get a good bargain, and I got a good bargain. I got my 10% off. So very pleased. Try Hearst first. That's what I did. And so yes, not only that, I've had some cash back today. I went to Iceland and I needed to do a little bit of shopping, and I buy a gift card to use in Iceland because I can buy that with my top cashback account. And so I do that, and then I do it often while I'm in the store. So, maybe I'm going to spend some money, not quite sure how much, so I don't want to load lots of cards with cash. So I do it as and when I'm in the store. So I went around the store, I bought some bits, and I thought, oh, that's less than £20 worth of stuff, but I'll buy a gift card. It's only a few pennies. It's like about 40 or 50p, I think. But all those 40 or 50p's add up. And when you're a pensioner, that's very important. And probably when you're other people, that's important too these days. So I let it all add up. And so I bought a gift card. And then I remembered I'd got a gift card that I'd used in there before, but don't think I'd used it all. So I went to that gift card and there was £9 on that still. So I used that one, and then I used part of the £20 gift card I bought today. So I've got cash back showing in my account already from that. It's just ways of making your money go further. So, 10% discount off these things I bought. So then top cashback as well. My top cashback account is accruing nicely, and with top cashback you can spend it on gift cards in other stores, and it actually ends up being more value than just the value if you take it as cash. So why wouldn't I? There's something I've got my eye on in one of the stores, and I'm just deciding whether to convert my reward wallet to it's something in Hobbycraft. Would you know that? Anyone guess that? So I'm just debating whether I'm going to for this item, and if I am, I will convert my my reward wallet to a Hobbycraft voucher. Also, if I do it shortly, there's a £5 off for £20 plus spend, so that will be great. And I also have a £2.50 loyalty voucher to spend in Hobbycraft. So all these things stacking up, it's quite good. I've still got my £50 gift card that I won in Boots just for sharing the posts, and I won a £50 voucher. So I've also got a £25 Sainsbury's voucher that I was given to use. So I think I'm a bit of a voucher queen, certainly a top cashback queen. Anybody want to know more of my top tips of how I save so much money? Then, and as I say, it was only 50p in Iceland today. But bearing in mind, I've been doing this for 2 years, just about 2 years, because it was Shrove Tuesday 2 years ago I did it. And bearing in mind I'm a one-person household, I have had in cashback buying things that I was going to buy anyway at some stage, whether I buy them that day or another day because of cashback offers, but things I was going to buy anyway. And I'm not sure that I was going to buy this steamer because I didn't know about this steamer, but now I know about this steamer, I thought, yes, that is something I'd like. But so in all of that, I have had about £620 in 2 years cash back on things that I was probably going to buy anyway. Not bad, is it? So I am encouraging other people to do this. It's free to sign up. If you sign up through my code, you get a benefit and I get a benefit, but not until you've done a qualifying period, but that's to be expected. So why wouldn't you want £10 on your account just for signing up? What's not to love? So let me know if you'd like to know more about any of these top tips. When my website's sorted out, I will be having a section on there about all my top tip money saving tips. I will do fundraising tips as well, but not on the same thing. Anyway, I'm going to go now because I want my tea. I'd love to have a cup of coffee. Just come home from the shops. Like to have a cup of coffee. Got to get on and start re-knitting the cardigan that I knitted already. But there was an issue with the shade of the wool. So I'm going to, rather than unpick it, I decided to finish it off and donate that one to charity because somebody won't mind if there's a little fault in it. But it is for a family wedding for one of my grandchildren. So I wanted it to be perfect, or as near perfect as I could make it. It's quicker for me to knit it again in that small, she's quite small, in that size than it would be for me to try and unpick it, because it was a very fluffy wool, and anybody who'd got any idea of knitting, unpicking fluffy wool is not one of the best experiences in the world, or the quickest. So it was, as I say, I like knitting, so I've knitted a cardigan for charity, and now I'm going to knit the one for my granddaughter. I shall enjoy all that relaxation with my knitting. And I don't see it as a problem. Some people say, oh, well, I did that, and I wasted all that time. No, not time wasted. I've just done an extra fundraiser or an extra charity thing. That's the way to look at it. And so I am going to go and get my cup of coffee, find something I want to steam for my tea, and then I am going to knit and knit and knit, and hopefully I will have the cardigan done by tomorrow evening. So let me just show you. Whoops. Some of you have already seen the cardigan I was knitting. Oh dear, and of course the pattern's inside out. So the picture's on the inside. So this is the cardigan I am making. I've made one. That's it in white, but that's got short sleeves. I made it with long sleeves, and then it was the top of the sleeve where there was an issue. But not to worry, I don't mind making it. It's big, chunky wool, and it grows very quickly, and I'm quite a quick knitter. So, and I'm going to watch some TV while I do it. So there we go. Thanks for watching. See you all again in another video very soon. Bye.